Hey Physique Freaks, how's it going? Scott who's on MetabolicMasterpiece.com. It's Wednesday, it's leg day. I'm going to be taking you behind the scenes, actually recording the entire workout, the entire leg workout for today. I'm going to share that in a separate video. I'll show you some clips in this video coming up soon. I'm going to be hitting the gym in about an hour and a half. So right now I'm having some breakfast. I got 8 egg whites, 2 whole eggs, some red peppers. Cook this up in some coconut oil. I'm going to top it off with some salsa. So we're looking at about 450 calories. Right now I want to talk a bit about nutrition because some of my friends have been commenting on how shocked they are that I've been able to lose approximately a pound a week. Pretty much fat. I mean, it's fat, some water weight. Initially it was food weight. But they're shocked that I'm still able to lose this weight even though I'm eating all these carbs and allowing myself treats just about every single day. The secret, I'm in a caloric deficit. Carbs are not bad. Junk food, there's no bad foods or anything like that. You hear so much of this crap and nonsense out there about all these foods to avoid and all these foods that you think are health foods that you should completely avoid. A lot of fear mongering, a lot of scare tactics, just a lot of bullshit basically. There's a lot of freaking noise out there and it really drives me nuts. Now, if you look back to the past diet trends, you would see that high carb diets were a fad at one point. Fats were demonized, everyone was avoiding fats, and people were actually losing weight eating high carb diets. Now, we've flipped that over. Carbs are the evil ones, and fats are totally in. I mean, we're at the point where we're actually seeing people eating sticks of butter. I mean, just to get their fat in, because they're talking about how great fats are. People are eating tons of avocados, butter by the stick load, and it's just absolutely, it's crazy. But these people are losing weight apparently if it's working for them and they love eating butter all the time. All the power to them. The main thing is these people are in a caloric deficit and that's really what you should be aiming to achieve. Don't get caught up in avoiding food groups completely. Follow a nice balanced approach. Eat the foods that you enjoy. I believe that food, every meal you eat should be a pleasurable experience. Whether right now I'm eating, this is a healthy meal and I'm going to experience a lot of pleasure from eating this meal. Love the salsa, love the eggs, love the red peppers. This is one of my favorite meals I really love to enjoy. I get great pleasure out of eating boxed cereal or a chocolate bar or anything like that. So every food that I eat, every meal that I have is a very pleasurable experience. My post-workout shake, I love it. It makes my taste buds dance. So every time I'm eating, I am happy. I'm not feeling guilty about a single damn thing that I'm putting in my mouth. And that's the way you should be. I mean, in the past, what has worked for me is following very rigid, strict approach to monitoring my calories, monitoring my macros, eating certain foods, and it worked really, really well for me. It was a great education for myself to be weighing and measuring my foods, but now I'm following a very flexible dieting approach. And I think one of the big benefits of that is that, I'm completely stress-free. I'm never worrying about the foods that I eat. I have a great estimation of how many calories I've been consuming, even though I'm not counting them, just because I eat a lot of the same foods throughout the week, and I've been so used to tracking them over time that it's just second nature for me, and I have a good indication at the end of the day that I am in a caloric deficit, and that's what matters to me most. If you look at the other trends, if it fits your macros, a lot of these people, they're tracking their calories, but they are eating boxed cereal, they're eating Pop-Tarts, they're eating all this different stuff, and losing weight because the main thing is they are sticking to a caloric goal. They're in a caloric deficit. So they're allowing themselves treats. Leading up to my most recent, or the last bodybuilding competition that I competed in, I was eating Doritos and ice cream the week leading up to the competition. You're seeing a lot more bodybuilders wisening up, not killing themselves, not totally depriving themselves leading up to contest. There's a great Facebook page group, Macro Magic I believe it is. You see a lot of these people, they're incorporating treat foods, junk foods, reward foods, whatever the hell you want to call it, into their nutrition plan, and we're all getting into great, fantastic shape. So don't demonize food. I guess that's the main message for the day. Follow a stress-free, totally sane approach to nutrition. Enjoy every meal that you eat. Don't get caught up in and just avoiding food groups completely. I want to show you dinner here as well. Angie's got one of my favorite meals cooking up here, stuffed peppers. There's some quinoa in there, some black beans, some peppers, other peppers, some chickpeas. I'll ask her what else is in there afterwards, but I can't wait to eat this later on in the day. But right now I'm going to get this breakfast in me and look forward to hitting the weights really hard, which is now going to be in an hour and 15 minutes instead of in an hour and a half. So I'm going to get this in me and I will take you behind the scenes. Look forward to catching up with you soon.
Alright, so I was working on my deadlift today with the Olympic bar. If you didn't catch my videos last week, that's the first time I've done deadlifts with an Olympic bar in I don't know how long. It's been ages. Now using the trap bar, I can lift 390 for like 5-6 reps. I have to go lighter on this, trying to get used to the form. First rep was a little challenging, but I think I'm doing pretty good here through most of these reps. I'm gonna keep working on it and build myself up. Then after the workout, I had Nate, one of the trainers at Beachwalk, show me how to do some kettlebell swings that I'll be using as conditioning work and to help bring out my hamstrings as well.
Behind your heels, it's almost like a height. Down. Make some clearance. Then slam it. You can do anything where it's one-sided, thumb to bum, pretty much, hand placement, because it wraps.
Okay.
If you were to go the other way, you're pretty much doing an arm bar on yourself.
Oh, jeez. Alright, it is dinner time. So I got 2 stuffed peppers here. I just cut one open so you can get a little look on the inside. So it's there's a quinoa in there, and like I said, black peppers, chickpeas, some tomatoes, a bunch of good stuff. So there's one intact, melted some cheese on top, got some salsa on there. It is just, they're falling apart, nice and soft and moist, and I can't wait to dive into these. Alright, it's been about an hour since I ate dinner, and I'm going to have myself another one of these peppers. Alright, snack time. Gonna have myself 3 decadent chocolate chip cookies. Great snack, nice treat. Feeling pretty darn good. Been a good day. Pretty low calorie up to this point, so I've earned a treat after some heavy lifting for the legs. Alright, so got a little commercial break here. We're watching the Game 7, Montreal and Boston. I'm a Leaf fan along with my daughter Noelle, so we don't get to watch them in the playoffs right now, but we're enjoying watching Montreal. Angie and Shane are big Montreal fans, so they're loving every second of this. Anyways, I haven't eaten anything since dinner time. Feeling freaking fantastic. Had a great day. Legs are already kind of a little bit sore from today's workout. Glutes, hams. Probably because I did some kettlebell swings afterwards, and I think that hit me pretty darn good. Earlier, I was talking about carbs. How so many people were asking me they can't believe that I'm able to lose weight eating so much carbs and treating myself here and there. And go figure, today I come across a post from a guy I respect. He dishes out some solid information quite frequently, and he was mentioning don't ever eat carbs for breakfast. And I hate that kind of talk where it's very black and white, where avoid this, never eat this, top forbidden foods. That shit drives me fucking nuts. So I asked him, really, is it that black and white? And he said, well, no, not really, but like most people would do good without having it. So I mean, already, to me, that's just you're putting a headline out there to grab attention. Don't eat carbs. You're looking for attention to your post, especially when you say right off the bat that well, not really, but most people and blah. You kind of, well, don't say don't ever. Say like some people will do better without carbs for breakfast. And that's my point. I mean, the main thing is like take a lot of this shit with a grain of salt. There's a lot of black and white information out there, a lot of attention grabbing headlines. Take it with a grain of salt. I mean, it's cool to, all right, you take it in and it sounds like it makes sense. Try it. If you want to try it on yourself, that's cool. But don't take their word for it necessarily. Like, try it on yourself, see how you feel. Like, personally, myself, you see what I eat for breakfast every day. The majority of the time, I'm having eggs, veggies, cooked in coconut oil. I love it. It's one of my favorite breakfasts. But I also have oatmeal, blueberries with a scoop of protein powder quite frequently throughout the weeks. Really, I'd notice no difference at all in how I perform. Sometimes I actually feel a little bit better having the oats if I'm going to be working out in the morning and it's going to be a heavy day and I want a little more energy in me. I find I do better having the oats and blueberries. Yet some people don't do well. They don't do well when they have carbs for breakfast and they're going to be training shortly after. So just because something works for me and I prefer something doesn't mean it's going to be the best option for you. Try a high-fat, moderate protein breakfast, see how you feel. Compare that to a higher carb breakfast, see how you feel there. I mean, that's the way that you're truly going to know. So just because someone says something works for them and that there's science supporting it, because there is a study done with mice that it shows that having a higher fat, moderate protein breakfast will kind of set your metabolism to burn fat throughout the day and even handle carbs better throughout the day. So there's that mouse study. So I'm looking forward to seeing more research on that. But honestly, I mean, I feel fantastic having carbs in the breakfast. I ate oats and berries for breakfast for years and was able to drop fat no problem at all. Some people who have a lot of weight to lose, their body fat percentage is higher, they can get away with fewer carbs. But just even in that circumstance, see how your body feels. Damn, I feel like I could rant on and on for this with this topic and any other topic that is just attention grabbing, black and white, don't do this, all that blah 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 bullshit. Just, I mean, live your life, have fun. Like I said this morning, everything you eat should be with a purpose and for pleasure, and just use your friggin' head. That's it. Listen to your body, have fun. That's my message for the day. It's almost 10 o'clock. I'm probably missing a little bit of the game, so I'm going to get up there, watch the rest of this game, and be up bright and early tomorrow. Actually going to be up dark and early tomorrow. Going to be getting up at 4 to go train a client. Look forward to bringing you some more behind the scenes footage tomorrow. Have yourself a freaking amazing day.